The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends. Welcome to SWOONTOWER Soccer. I'm Steph Cragnola.
And I'm Mike Cragnola.
And today we're all about the boys.
That's right. We have got a show for you this week after an international break of ourselves last week.
Yeah.
And we are glad to be back. We are going to recap that Red Bulls match. We're going to look at some fit checks. We're going to do some goal cellies. We got some listener questions that we're stealing from Moontower because we wanted to give our opinions. And then, Steph, there are so many social media standouts this week.
Well, then let's get through it.
All right. You want to kick us off with this fit checks this week?
Yeah, I do want to kick us off because I want to jump right to the end of this photo set for the best dressed of the week. Kind of. Half best dressed of the week. Danny Pereira. This shirt on Danny, incredible. I love it. It's like, looks a little fuzzy. It's got texture. It like fits nice. It makes his torso look really nice and long. But then what are these shorts? These like ugly khaki shorts with it.
Yeah.
He could wear like black jeans and it would be a perfect outfit.
I think it was pretty hot in Austin.
Okay, well, he could wear black jean shorts and it would be better.
Sure, like linen.
I don't know anything besides whatever's happening on his bottom half.
Yeah, I feel like generally the fit checks for this week were kind of mailed in.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of like Robert Taylor is wearing the away day
Sweatpants.
pants. Yeah, like homeboy, we're home. Like,
right.
Put some work in for us.
No, nobody did. Nico Dubarsarski's shirt is so wrinkly.
But so I was wondering, is this a wrinkly shirt or is this a like a textured shirt because it's so wrinkly? You know what I mean?
He is 12. He doesn't know how to iron laundry.
You might be right. He does have that fresh cut though, so good for him.
Yeah.
He got into the barber's chair this week.
Yep. Once again, Mikael Dessler came from the workshop.
Yeah, I really do have an entire alternate reality in my head where Mikael Dessler is like a tinkerer.
Yes.
Like he's just painting.
These jeans belong to an artist.
Yeah, well, maybe not an artist, but like a woodworker.
That's art.
I guess you're right. I'm picturing him like making a canoe though, you know?
Can you make a canoe?
No, but that doesn't mean it's art.
I think art is open to interpretation. I could see I bet Ron Swanson, if he made a canoe.
He does make a canoe.
I know. It would be art.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's like his whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, fits were not fitting this week.
I mean, they all fit.
Not all of them.
Go on.
They're just all like baggy and ugly.
I think that's a
ugly
fit.
is so harsh.
The ugly is really, really
I'm
harsh.
so sorry, boys.
Wow.
They're just bad.
I just keep coming back to how disappointed I am in Robert Taylor.
Yeah.
Like he lived in Miami. There's no way you could do this in Miami.
No, they would be all over him.
He would be out in the streets. He would be sent home.
Well,
I guess he was in Fort Lauderdale. So this is a very Fort Lauderdale look.
That's true.
So you know what? I take it back.
It's kind of like an Irish mobster look. If he had a like a jacket that matched, like tracksuit jacket that matched the pants, I could see him in the Irish mob.
Yeah, I could see it.
All right. Well, something that went a little better. We had some goal cellies.
Yeah, we did.
We had 4 goals from Austin FC players. 4 balls in the net from Austin FC players.
Oh no!
In a game that ended 2-1.
Well, okay. So to be fair to the boys, that's all true, but we did win.
Yes.
And we got 3 really good cellies.
We got 3 cellies.
Okay, well, let's get into it. First off, we had Guilherme Biru scoring an absolute banger of a header. Gets a hug from the entire defense, which is so cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then cuteness ramps to 11 when he finds his daughter in the stands and does Spider-Man web shooting goal celly at her. And like the match like recap video that Austin FC puts out where like she is like screaming with delight in the stands. Oh my God.
Solid 9 out of 10.
I was going to say, what's your ranking on it? 9 out of 10 feels like the objective right answer.
Yeah. It's so pure. It's so sweet. I love it. It has so much personality. Ugh. Yes. And also like the defense getting to get in on this celly. That's one thing I love about goals off of corners is because everyone's there.
Yeah.
You know, no one's like trying to run to catch up and missing out on the celly. Everyone's just in it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's another thing I love. Are you comfortable with moving on from that?
Yeah.
It's another thing I love about goals scored on the south end or in the south end when players are warming up because they get to be part of that celly. So we had BV9's goal, and the first person he hugged was Diego Rubio, who was warming up.
Yep.
And
so
I just
cute.
I love that. He did his little like Hulk out, and then he did his Superman, which
with like
Visard Savovic.
the way Besard Savovic is like, oh my God, is it time? Can I do it with
Yeah.
you? Can I? And like he starts it. What a dork.
Yeah.
So pure.
But like, I liked it because I don't get a good personality read on Savovic.
Sure.
Like I just don't get any personality read, you know, like we don't get to see that a lot. We had that little cute little Father's Day video.
But even that is like,
Oh, I'm a soccer player.
I'm a soccer dad.
Yeah.
You know, oh, I hope my son is good.
Yeah.
I hope he's a good boy and becomes a great man.
Yeah.
Like,
And so getting to see that little insight was really nice.
Yeah.
It's a little, dare I say, tired.
wow.
So I'm going to go 7 out of 10.
Okay.
You know, it is personal. It is unique to him, but it's getting a little rote.
Oh, I love it. Every single time I love it. And I hope I see it another 30 times.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the more I see it, the more I like it. And I think the last time I gave it a 7. So that means I have to give this a 7.2.
Oh, we're getting granular here. Okay.
Well, because if it's going to happen 30 more times, I need enough points to like get us through the end of the year.
You're right. Our third goal, Selly, was unfortunately taken back for an offsides, but Owen Wolf did his like little classic, I'm a soccer player, I'm going to pump my fist in the air and jump.
To be fair to Owen, I have 2 questions for you. 1, what else did you expect? This is a boy who does soccer.
Yeah, but like I want him to like wolf howl. I want him to get on his knees and up to the stands. Because,
what about him? What about him says creative?
Because that's not even.
It's more
That's
creative
literally
than
the
soccer.
most basic. Like if you are blessed with a name like Wolf, like look at Musa, Peter Musa.
Sure.
He leans into it. He's probably not that creative. He does his
he's
little
clearly
moose
more
ears.
creative than Owen.
But like he could get the whole stadium howling. It would be beautiful. Owen, if you're listening,
I will say this. Owen Wolf's celebration was technically perfect, which is like a very Owen Wolf thing, right? Like every angle of the fist bump was like just right to like look like you imagine a soccer player fist pump goal celly to look like. And so like luckily we don't have to grade this one because it wasn't a real goal celly.
Yeah.
But if we did, it would have a high technical score
6 out of 10.
and a low degree of difficulty or creative score.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like I think maybe this is the case for let's have multiple scoring components.
We're going back into classic figure skating.
That's right. Artistic merit,
Artistic and technical.
low. Technical, 10.
All right, let's get into some listener questions. Trevor Allison wanted an update on the Clone Wars proposal. So who's your pick for best team of 11 cloned players?
Yeah. And so I have my pick locked and loaded, and I'm ready to give it, but I want to know yours.
I want a team of Owens.
Wow.
Owen Wolves.
You stole my pick.
Really?
Yes. I think an Owen Wolf all 11 would be the most clinical 1-0 wins you've ever seen in your life. Just constant, like, oh, I know exactly where I need to be, and that's where the ball will go. And we will wait until exactly the right moment to score the one goal that we need, because that's all that we need.
Okay.
I think he would do really well in the Austin FC Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That said, since you've chosen him, I have to choose someone else.
You don't. We can agree. There are things in this world we can agree on.
It's too late. I've chosen Jimmy Time. Because the vibes would be immaculate.
Oh my God.
There is no one on the team who would bet on himself to win Clone Wars more than Jimmy. So he's my pick. From the vibes, you know, the fashion,
the manifestation of success.
Right.
I think that's like the biggest thing. Like,
right.
If he thought for a second that there was a curse, he would do whatever it takes to break it.
He would break it with pure will. He would will the curse away.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Time is my new pick.
You know what? I like it. I like it. Trevor also asked, why does everyone hate tucking in their shirts and players who tuck their shirts in?
Yeah.
You know, surprised for Jeremiah to be the Ricky Pooge hater this week.
On Moontower, yeah. Jeremiah did say he had a bunch of reasons. I think Jeremiah's chief reason of the only good thing to come out of COVID is not having to tuck your shirt in anymore when you go to work is a pretty good reason. But like also Ricky Pooge does it, and everything he does is generally annoying is also a great call.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So I think what hasn't been discussed is tucking your shirt in makes you look like a nerd.
No, so this is what I was going to say. I was going to say because it looks dweeby as heck.
Right.
And I think the reason that people hate Ricky Pooge so much is because his attitude does nothing to disprove
that he's
the fact
nerd.
that he's a giant dweeb. No, I don't think nerd is right. I think he's a dweeb.
That's fair.
Like, I think nerd means something different. There's a slight positive connotation to
I know
nerd.
what you're saying here.
Yeah. Dweeb, there's no coming back from. Landon called him a dork.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I think I could go dweeb or dork.
Sure. But yeah, that's why everyone hates tucking. Also, like, personally, when I tuck my shirt in, I feel like I can't lift my arms as high. And
well, you know you're not allowed to use those in soccer.
Well, I mean, not if you're a goalkeeper. Like, imagine a goalkeeper with a shirt tucked in.
No, that would be so silly. That's another reason that it's stupid is because it does prohibit movement.
Yeah. So that's my reason for hating tucking in my shirt.
Yep.
And I hate players who tuck their shirts in because they're dorks.
Yeah.
All right. This next question is from Alex Mod. Alex wanted to know Austin FC players as superheroes. You know, since BV9 is Superman, we learned that Biru is Spider-Man. He wanted to know, who else do we have? Landon had some really great recommendations this week. None better than Danny as Loki. Because he's a little stinker, was the exact quote.
I think I have a better place in the MCU for Danny, but we'll get to that.
Okay. So as someone who grew up obsessed with comic books and a gigantic nerd, my first pick for the Austin FC superhero fan cast is Brad Stuver as Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. Is
he the one who can stretch his arms out like Gumby?
Super far away, and he's super smart, yes.
Oh, yeah. That's a really good pick.
I know. I'm really proud of that
Yeah,
one.
you should be.
The next one I am also very proud of.
Okay, me too.
Is Diego Rubio as Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Because like he's kind of, you can never tell if Ant-Man is like doing a good
Serious,
thing or doing a thing for him, or like where is the line of like, oh, this is technically what I'm doing is illegal, but it's like a good thing.
Yeah.
It feels very Diego Rubio.
I like that because this is where when I think about Danny Pereira, I think that he is, and again, I'm not a comics person. My whole experience is just the MCU. And I think Denny is Luis from the Ant-Man movies, who is probably the most lovable character in the entire MCU.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I can see it that way.
I could see Danny trying to tell a story. Okay, so what happened was, and then going in like
4 circles,
700 directions before getting to the actual point.
Do you think that's because we've interviewed his parents and we could see that line direct, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yes. I just think he would be an excellent and lovable storyteller and like a cheeky little guy.
Sure. Steph, I love your pick here for your last one. So go ahead and take that away.
So last one I have here is Julio Cascante. And the superhero that I have picked for him is Bucky Barnes. Is he good? Is he bad? Truly, it doesn't matter because he's hot. That's what he's there for. Sebastian Stan, my God.
Sure.
Okay. Hello.
So Julio is the Winter Soldier of Austin FC.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. He also like does defense, right? Like he defends. Like I don't really know. Don't look past his. What does he do in those movies besides look good?
He's got a metal arm.
Yeah. Okay. That's fashion, baby.
Let's take an ad break.
SWOONTOWER Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm dedicated to community, transparency, and client education. And they have their own podcast called Summary Judgment. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts.
You can go to fvf.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case. Once again, that's fvf.law.
Our premier sponsor is McGuire Woods Consulting, helping clients in the public affairs space from lobbying at the local, statewide, and federal levels to digital and communications campaigns across the country.
McGuire Woods Consulting has offices in 10 MLS cities, but only advertises on this podcast because we have the most superheroes on our team. Contact our friends at McGuire Woods Consulting at www.mwcllc.com for more information. I do want to say on that note, we just tonight, we're recording this pretty late on Wednesday because we finished Daredevil, Born Again, and I know we're late on the series, but like, oh my God.
It's real good.
I think it might be my favorite superhero property.
Daredevil.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Which Austin FC player is most Daredevil-esque?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking about like Julio
because he's kind of blind.
No. I was thinking about Julio because of earlier. I was thinking about Ilya because he's like able to reason with the refs. He can get pretty much any of his players out of anything.
Yeah.
Wow, being mean to Julio. And because he like kind of has this like off the pitch persona, and then on the pitch he kind of like is like disappears into the night.
Wow. But like on purpose, right? Because like if you notice Ilya, then that's a problem.
Exactly.
Whew.
Social media standouts.
Yeah,
let's
so
talk
this
about
has
what
been,
the boys did on their vacations.
Yeah, this has been a great little bit of time here for us in the SWOONTOWER house. A lot of joy been shared watching these boys on trips. Guilherme Biru at Disney. Steph, I have a question. Would there be anyone in the park happier than Guilherme Biru?
No.
He just was so excited in every single picture and every single video. Like, it was so cute.
So
Like,
pure, so much joy.
So pure, so fun. Also, his wife and daughter wearing matching outfits.
Wearing
so
all white
cute.
to Disney is a
So powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really awesome. I think that is my highlight of the international break trips, but there are a lot of really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Special shout out, I think, from the thrift side of the house to Robert Taylor, who went camping in Fredericksburg, which is like, in his Vamos Verde interview, he talks about how like he has wanted to live in Texas since he came to America.
Mm-hmm.
And I think going camping in Fredericksburg is like I did America.
I did Texas.
Check,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I am super happy for him to have gotten a real American experience like camping in Fredericksburg, Texas.
Me too.
We
did also go ahead.
No, you. We
just had 3 California vacations, which I thought was surprising.
Yeah, do you think they flew on the same flights?
No.
And then took different...
They were very different areas of California.
Yeah. So the Desslers went to Baja California. So they spent some time in Mexico on the Pacific coast. And that trip looked like, when you close your eyes and picture an all-inclusive, that felt like the trip, right? It looked so relaxing, so peaceful, and something that I don't think I would have appreciated before like the past 2 years.
You know, I want those of you who have done all-inclusive vacations to let us know. Like, you know us. Y'all know us. We're like, we can't stop, won't stop. All of our vacations are, 15, 20 mile a day. We were at a wedding last weekend and we did 12, 15 miles a day.
Yeah. Would we get bored and leave an all-inclusive vacation? Please let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
In
someone
the
who
comments.
did beach, but also other things. The Stuvers.
Yeah,
Brad and Ashley.
They did like a whole tour of Southern California.
And there was a cute little bookshop that they went to.
Right, bookshops, coffee shops.
Yeah, little s'mores on a rooftop.
Yep.
It looked really cute.
Vibe was good.
Yeah.
But was the vibe as good as little baby Dubersarsky in Disneyland?
I just can't imagine.
Oh, were you about to be mean?
No, yes. I was about to say he kind of looks like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. I was going to ask if you were going to suggest cast members that he might be confused for.
No. He's just so cute and his ears are just so big.
He's so adorable though. Him and his girlfriend like on their trip to Disneyland, so cute, had so much fun. Just a really I know we talked about this a long time ago with Johan. Valencia.
Mm-hmm.
Like these dudes who are coming here from countries where like Disney is like a dream destination, right? For so many of us in the States, it is like you have to do it, but it doesn't feel impossible.
I mean, I don't know. I think like with the cost of it, for a lot of folks in the middle of the country, it does feel like that like big dream vacation. So I can see it's only heightened when you're in another country entirely.
Yeah.
Because if that dream is here in the US, like...
Yeah, it feels more attainable to go out and get it, right? Like to like start saving to get there or whatever. And for some of these guys, it could be like oh yeah, that'd be cool if one day maybe.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's just sick to see them get to do this.
Yeah, I think a lot of times also we discount, and, this is getting into another topic entirely, but, so many of those Olympic, like, oh, you just won the Olympics. Like, what are you going to do? Go to Disney World or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we discount sometimes how much, like what to use a phrase, ticket professional sports is and can be for people who grew up without money.
Yeah, like it became a meme, right? I'm going to Disneyland, but like it means something, and it's like a big deal.
It is a cost prohibitive vacation for families, for a lot of families. And so looking at like when you're a kid, what's something you dream about?
Right.
Going to Disney World.
That's a great shout.
Yeah. But very cute vacations. Also a very cute video dropped from the team. We had some rapid fire questions.
Is that what we're rapid fire roasting? It feels like
It did feel like rapid fire roasting. I mean, it started off pretty like pleasant, I guess.
It felt light, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh, who's on Ox, you know? Like,
And then like following that up with, is that a good thing?
is it good or is that bad?
Like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Such a cute video. Oh my God.
Very funny though. Very good time. And like clearly the boys were having fun with it too, you know?
Yes.
Like
Go ahead.
my favorite thing is it starts off like you can tell that it's going to start off like kind of off key because of that, like John Gallagher. Well, what do I do with my arms? Should I cross it? Like, what do I do? And like leaving that in there lets you know right away what the vibe is going to be on
That's
this
a
video.
tone promise, Brandon Sanderson would say. So yeah, like, and starting off with the messiest locker, like it's so harmless.
Yeah.
And so it's such good insight into their like personalities. I loved that we got to see Steph Cleveland in here.
Yeah, you know Shale did too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is she in the comments?
I don't know.
No, she's not. She's slacking. But yeah, so roasting Danny's taste in music, Danny being the, I guess, the most roasted.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that anyone had an answer other than Julio for best dressed.
I mean, Obi pulls some good looks sometimes.
Sure, but Brandon Vasquez really thinks he's the best dressed?
I think he has to.
Why?
Because he makes the most money.
Yeah, but that money doesn't mean dressing good, clearly. I just, like, John Gallagher is a man who knows himself. He knows he's one of the worst dressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
The personal affront I had with this video is Jean Kolmanich saying that Brad Stuver is the worst dressed.
Yeah, I felt bad. I think that's like lingering 2021.
That's what I think.
2022.
I almost commented, Brad said, "How dare you, Jean," in the comments. And I almost said, after all the work we've done,
we's carrying
you,
a lot of water.
Leanne, like, the three of us have really, really worked on Brad these past couple of years. And he has stepped it up.
Yeah.
He looks great. And I'm offended on behalf of Brad Stuver.
You know what I'm offended by?
What?
That we only got like a minute 47 seconds of this Lexus video.
They say more is coming.
Yeah, drop it now. I'm ready.
Now. I think the funniest thing in the world is Owen being put in the back seat. The
way
seat.
back. Putting Owen in the way back is such disrespect.
Oh my God.
Calling him the golden boy, also hilarious.
Yes.
Like, Mirtu Uzuni might become my favorite player without scoring a goal. Like,
Ooh.
he might be able to never score a goal for us again and still be one of my favorite players.
I mean, he and Danny clearly have good energy.
Yeah, they have a connection. They have a, like, it feels like a little troll like group. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Couple of little mobsters running around, them and Diego Rubio like pulling hijinks. Three boys in a trench coat. Like,
oh my God. That's the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. It was cute though. I think the question of what would you change about the game was really fun.
I love that Mirtu's like, obviously the problem is this MLS specific rule that has like screwed me twice now.
Yep. Yeah. That was personal.
Yeah, exactly.
I did like the proposal that the keeper should be able to use his hands in both boxes.
Yeah, I think that's really fun.
Yeah.
It would be chaos.
You know what? That's clever.
Yeah.
So you take it back, what you said about Owen.
You know what? You're right. He has shown cleverness.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Good. He deserves it. All right. Now, speaking of deserving it, hey, That was really good.
That was a really good one.
We got the All-Star lineup dropped today.
Yeah, which, by the way, now I'm Nico out. I am hashtag Nico out because he had the opportunity to do the coolest thing and name
only cast
12 Austin
players.
FC players, and he backed down. I'm Nico out.
Oh my god!
Like
But
eventually, you know what I mean? Like not like this season, but like
He did.
eventually.
Finally, Brad gets the All-Star spot that he so deserves.
Let's go! Congratulations, Bradley Scott Stuver. Full name, full All-Star. Let's go.
Let's go. Also, Brendan Vasquez, really excited to see him out there.
Yeah, I feel like that one was less of a surprise because he's been in all of the marketing.
Promos, yeah.
Like,
it would have been hard to not.
It would have been so awkward
Yeah.
if him and Chucky and Denny Bouanga didn't make it
Yeah.
after being on all of the
posters.
posters. Like, yikes, bro.
Do you think that's why Chucky was the commissioner's pick?
Yeah.
Because because he wasn't voted in. Nico didn't pick him, and
Oh my God,
DG
what are we going to
said,
do with
oh my
all-
God, he's on the. We have so many copies printed of this poster.
I can't afford to take a bath on these
I can't
posters.
Photoshop. I don't know how to Photoshop.
Every time I use AI, there's like 6 fingers on this guy. What am I going to do?
Just trying to put little Sebastian Berhalter on there on Chucky's face. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. That's
Me too.
exactly what I think happened. I think Don Garber opened up Photoshop and said, there's too many
Too many
options. I
buttons.
don't know what to do.
Here, Don, you got to do what I do every time I open Photoshop. And I did this just recently. I photoshopped Alexander Svatok's face onto a picture of Alexander Skarsgård from Murderbot.
I can't tell the difference.
Yeah, honestly, it was too easy. But every time I open Photoshop, I say, Google, how do you, whatever, in Photoshop. That's my secret, y'all. All of you who are like, wow, they're so good at content. Every time I have to cut a video and I don't know how to do something or do an audio thing or do Photoshop, I just Google it. That's what Google's there for.
It's a secret.
That's the secret. You're welcome. I gave
All
that
right.
to you for free.
What a gift.
Yeah, you're welcome. So
You know what
much.
gift I want?
What?
I want the gift of knowing who's the man of your jersey.
Oh. This week it's going to be Owen Wolf.
Okay.
He had a heck of a Red Bulls game.
Yeah.
And he said a funny thing
Yep.
in the video.
He did a joke.
He did a joke. He showed some personality. He had to sit in the back of the car. I know that life. And I just think, like, as the winner of my Clone Wars team,
He's also the winner of the man of your jersey.
if all 11 jerseys say Wolf, he has to be the man of my jersey.
That's true. That's facts.
Yeah. So, congratulations, Owen. You can howl to celebrate.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your boss,
Tell your mom.
tell your mom, tell your mom's boss. And yeah, we will be back next week after the Seattle match.
We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I will marry Chewy's
Yeah.
because they love Chupa Boom sauce.